Welcome back. You're still watching The Perspective. We're still talking to Mr. Tony Kwok. In battling corruption, I think ICIC has the same principles. You have prevention, you have education, you have actually enforcement. Yeah. The three of them, well, people say it's a pillar, you have to do it all together. But which one is the priority actually?
Oh, that's again, many people get it wrong. Huh? People want to do it easy way, you know, prevention, education. But the most important is enforcement. Yeah? Because if you
have to be firm from the start.
Many you can have a kickstart. Yeah? Without a kickstart and all these corrupt officials around, whatever prevention measures you put in and public education, would they suddenly change the mind and then start clean again? You know, it wouldn't work. So you got to get rid of the most corrupt first. And then any prevention measure must be supported by enforcement action. Or you have, you know, in some country they have excellent public procurement law, but nobody enforces it. So what's the point? You see? Yeah. So prevention, education is very, very important, but it got to be supported, backed up by enforcement. So that's why I said that we should have a high praise for the Kapika, because he got it right. I mean, he's following the same formula as in Hong Kong. You know? So he started with only a few years, and then he's pushed for law enforcement in order to deter people, to frighten people to be involved in corruption. Then, of course, the second stage is to build in better prevention measures and education measures.
Well, when we talk about enforcement, we also talk about sanction police. Yeah. In Hong Kong, what is the harshest sentence for corruption? Oh,
harshest sentence for corruption, in fact, is ridiculously low, I would say. It's only 7 years for normal bribery, and then 10 years for if you are in possession of assets beyond your control. Compared with other countries like here, I think it's 20 years.
Yeah, we go 20 life.
Some life. China, mainland China is death sentences. So people, in fact, ask me this question. So how can you have enough deterrent effect? Again, people will get it wrong. The concept is not about the sentence. The concept is about effective law enforcement, whether corruption is a high-risk crime. Any corrupt officials, they're very intelligent. The first question, they're not worried about death sentence. They're worried about whether I will be arrested, whether people will know. If nobody knows, why would I care? No? If people knows, then there's a quick chance that I will be exposed, will be shamed. Even if I go to jail for 1 day, it's still a big shame. You know? So deterrent means high risk. So it's very simple to test the corruption problem in this country. You just do a public opinion survey. What is the chance of, you think the chance of being caught by Kapika is a 0 chance. So it means hopeless. If it's 50% chance, then this country is very clean.
In Hong Kong, do they also confiscate
of course, yes, this is very, very, very important. This is an extremely important aspect. Again, the deterrent aspect is catch them, get them into jail, and then, of course, they should not be allowed to enjoy the corrupt process, or other people can enjoy the corrupt process. And one important thing, many countries have that, but unfortunately, Indonesia did not have that important law, is that you should make an offense for illicit enrichment. So if
what do you mean there?
Means that any government official, if you have assets, and then we can investigate your asset. If you cannot explain the origin of assets, then they're unexplainable assets, they are assumed to be corruption. Then you'll be prosecuted. In Hong Kong, you can go to jail for maximum 10 years, and all the unexplained assets will be forfeited. So this is a very important deterrent. And we are the first country to have that. And then many, in fact, the UN Convention Against Corruption also recommended all the countries should have this as well.
And Indonesia doesn't have that? I thought there was a public declaration.
They have the declaration, so you fail to declare. What's the consequence? Maybe administrative sanction. So it'd be nice that this would be something that should come out as a result of this crisis. Some president or someone should try to initiate a comprehensive review
of the scene,
of the whole thing, and see what things can be improved.
What would your advice be to both the government and the Kapika here? Or even to the police, if you want.
My advice would be probably take advantage of the Hong Kong experience. As I said, in a short-term scenario, maybe the president should suggest that a team of 9 or somebody else, take over the investigation. Long-term, there should be a comprehensive review. And then, of course, everybody should appreciate that at the end of the day,
it's for the country.
It's for the top political will. If people believe, the public believe that we should fight corruption, and we should have a top political will before you can succeed. Yeah?
One last question. In this conflict, both police and KPK are law enforcers. They're basically under the president, so they're both on the same level.
Yeah.
Do you think that KPK or the police should be higher in some way, or?
No, I don't. I'm not saying who's higher, who's lower, but I think the importance is that the capital should be independent. So the capital should not be under the president.
Right.
The capital's independence should be enshrined on the Constitution. Maybe on the selection process. I mean, the selection process, it can be nominated by the president, approved by the House of the Parliament. But after nomination, after get into place, they should be allowed to be total independence. Yeah?
Who do they account to?
Well, there are different kind of accountability. I mean, you can suggest that he can be accountable to a parliamentary committee. It can be also argued that he can be accountable to a specially set up, specially set up the independent review committee, review procedure. And at the end of the day, of course, the parliament can have a say, for example, about impeachment of the head. So there are a number of ways on check and balance. And in fact, you would make this point. In this scenario, seems to me there can be some enhancement about the check and balance on police. As well as KPK, so that they cannot be seen to abuse their power.
Okay. Fortunately, we're out of time. This was very interesting. I hope you found that interesting too. Thank you very much for sharing your insight with us. I hope you stay for the other program after this. See you next time.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Really enjoyed it.